welcome to my channel and welcome to another video. If you've always wanted to study in Europe but always worried about tuition fees, I'd like to inform you that Italy is one of the cheapest study destinations in Europe, and in this video I am going to give you a list of 10 universities with the lowest tuition fees. Some of the universities have got actually zero tuition fees, so stay tuned. Hello once again, my name is Hilda Gloria. Welcome to my channel. I do share content about life in Italy, studying in Italy, studying in Europe in general, and I also help students who would like to come and study in Europe get scholarships and study programs. Without wasting time, let's roll into the list. Now I have listed the universities in kind of like reverse order. So from the one that pays a little higher to the one that actually pays nothing. So we're going to go from 10 to 1, and I hope that this information is very helpful. Make sure before you forget, subscribe, like the video, leave a comment if you want to know further information about studying or enrolling in a European university, and I'll be happy to chat with you in the comment section. So let's get started. So at number 10 we have the University of Bolzano. It's actually called the Free University of Bolzano, which is located in the northern part of Italy. It is actually bordering Italy and Germany, and the part of Germany is called Tyrol. So this university operates in 3 languages, in German, English and Italian. So if you are an international student that would like to go and pursue your education there and you speak any of those languages, they've got a vast number of courses, and the tuition fees for the first year is 700 euros, and then the next year is free once you have got a 1-year residency in that place. So the total fees for the 2 years is 700. If you do the maths, that's 350 euros per year, which I think is a great steal, and is way cheaper than most universities in Europe and across the globe. Number 9 is the University of Camerino. The University of Camerino is in, between the south to like the center, from center to south of Italy. It is also a public university. In case I forgot to mention, all the universities are public universities. Private universities have got a different ball game altogether. These are the universities where you hear people pay from 5,000 to 15,000 or even 20,000 euros, but these are public universities. So if you want to have either tuition free or if you want to pay very little to study in Italy, you have got to apply to the public universities. They are very competitive, but once you get the admission letter, studying there is nearly free. So let's talk about the University of Camerino. The university is a public one, and it has got a vast number of courses. They have got a limited number of courses that are taught in English. Majority of the courses are taught in Italian. However, for master's degrees and PhDs, there's so many that are taught in English. They also have got some courses that are taught both in English and in Italian. So if you speak a bit of Italian, that would be an option. I would highly recommend. But yes, let's get into their tuition fees. Their tuition fees is 456 euros if you come from a poor country. They have got different lists, which they call list A and list B. Countries that are very, very poor are on list A, for instance Uganda, Zambia, Djibouti, and all the countries where people live under $1 or half a dollar a day, let's say families. And then they've got list B, like Egypt, Tunisia, countries where people live a little above over $1 per day. So for list A, the tuition fees is 426 euros, and then for list B, where people are a little high, richer, but they're Africans, it is and even Asians, but you're very poor, you're coming from a very poor country, it is 456 euros, which I believe is also very, very cheap. It is not per semester, this is per year. So I believe it is a very affordable or cheaper option compared to other universities in Africa, in Asia, or even across the globe. At number 8, we have got the University of Bergamo. Now, the University of Bergamo ranks highly in Italy when it comes to medicine and anything laboratory, scientific. It ranks, I think, at about number 5, I believe, when I read from my research. So it is a fantastic university if you are a science girl or a boy, or somebody that actually likes to, you know, is in that field, medical, engineering and everything science. It is a brilliant university, lots of courses that are taught in English, a bunch of international students. There's so many black people. I think it is one of the cities where I've seen the most number of black people. So if that is a big deal for you, you want to go to a place where people look like you, I would highly recommend the University of Bergamo. And the tuition fees is, let me just get it straight from the book, it is 400 euros per year, including registration fees, which is 156, and that is the tax, and it is compulsory for all universities. So I believe it is a very good steal, considering that it is for the whole year. Currently, if I can convert to my local currency, which is Uganda, where I was born, a euro is like 4,000 euros right now. So if you are to convert, that's like 1.6 million per year. I believe that is a very good steal. So if you are in a different country, just do the maths, check how much is a euro in your local currency, and you're going to find out that it is very cheap actually. But before we move on to the next one, I forgot to let you know that Bergamo is very close to Milan. It's only 45 minutes by train away from Milan, which is a metropolitan city and is the, you know, financial capital of Italy. So if you are a student that wants to get a student job, it is easy for you to commute from Bergamo to Italy. Also, Bergamo is doing great economically. It has got a small population and it's very beautiful. The city is divided into the lower part and the upper part, quite hilly and extremely scenic. So I would highly recommend it because the quality of life is great, number 1. Number 2, the education, I mean, the university is ranked highly. Number 3, it is close to a metropolitan city. In 45 minutes you would be in Milan in case you want to find a student job or in case you want to just travel. So I would highly recommend that university as well. Let's go on to the next one now. At number 7 is a very popular university, the University of Pavia. It's also very popular for having very many international students doing medicine and lots of sciences. I have got one of my best friends graduated there in civil engineering. She was able to do the course in Italian because her Italian is actually great, but the university is quite good. Every time I used to go and visit her, I would see lots of international students, which I think is a plus, especially if you struggle socially to, you know, relate with new people. That could be, you know, a barrier breaker because you see people that look like you, so it's easier for you to go and actually ask a question or even relate because you find people that need to plait hair just like you, need to install a wig just like you, and you know, finding places where there are people that look like you gives you more of a community and makes transition easier for you, because then you will ask them about the permit of stay, the student permit, the processes. Somebody will have done it before you, so you don't have to, you know, walk the thorny path or the hard path, if you know what I mean. Pavia has got sciences, arts and lots of information technology. So if it is your thing, there's a bunch of courses in English, like I think the most popular one right now is artificial intelligence. Highly recommend. Go ahead and do the application, and also the application fees is quite low. It is only 30 euros. The application portal is very easy to use, absolutely easy to use. The city is quite a distance from Milan, about an hour from Milan by public means. So think about these things. Student jobs in there, I don't know, but accommodation for students is quite cheap in that university. So go ahead and check it out, see if the courses that you would like to study are there. I did not see any doctoral courses, okay? So please be sure about that. Make sure that you do your research properly. I only saw bachelor's degrees and master's degrees. It is a huge university that also has got a hospital where the students actually practice from. At number 6 is Politecnico di Torino. The University of Turin pays 300 euros per year, which is again very, very affordable compared to other European study destinations or universities. It's quite cheap, and it is a polytechnic university. That means it is mainly a science university. We've got lots of candidates from Study in Italy, a project that I run, a consultancy that helps African students get scholarships and study programs in European universities. You will find the contact down in the description box. We've got a lot of candidates that have gone to that university, and most of them are doing engineering. Aerospace engineering is one of the most, you know, one of the proudest moments that we had last year. One of our candidates, you know, actually got a place to go and study there. The hardest part about Torino is that it is very, very competitive. However, their grades are very low, especially for the science girls and the science people. The grades are a bit lower compared to other universities. It also doesn't require TOEFL or IELTS, so that is a plus. It is something that you can think of, considering. So many people commute from Torino to Milan. Before, Torino was the financial capital of Italy before Milan, so it is very well established in terms of infrastructure, quality of life, lots of jobs in there. There's so many people that I know that live in Milan that work in Turin and vice versa. It's only 45 minutes by slow trains. Can you imagine? By a slow train, it's 45 minutes from Milan to there, and it's also a great destination. It's a good, I would say, changing station for so many continuing trains that are going to Rome and very many other destinations in Italy and also in Europe. It's also very close to the Italian Alps, which are the mountains, so the weather there is a bit fresher and the quality of air is better compared to other cities. So University of Turin, I would highly recommend. It's very easy to get in. However, you have got to know that the list of requirements is quite long. I think they need about 3 recommendation letters. Go and check it out. But yeah, that is the tuition fees, quite affordable. At number 5, this is a tie of about 4 or 3 universities that pay only 156 euros. You had me right, 156 euros per year to study in Italy. I don't think you can find anything cheaper than that, to be honest. That is the tuition fees. All you have to do is get an admission letter and then you go and study in the university. So let's get the list rolling. So at number 5, we have got the University of Messina. It is found down south in Sicily, very beautiful town of Italy. I have given my opinion and an opinion from a newspaper, from a video that I'm going to tag down in the description box below about the quality of life in cities in Italy and cities that you should be moving to and cities that you shouldn't be moving to. What I have to tell you as a student, please be aware that it's not very easy to find a student job in that city. However, the quality of living or the cost of living is very low. Quality of life is very high because there's a beach, everything's good, but the cost of living is very low, so there are no jobs, student jobs. There's like very little. If there is a student job, they pay very low. So the tuition is good if you've got some money or some savings, or your parents are willing to support you, or if you get a scholarship, why not give it a try? Also, people don't like to go there, so the competition for international students is not that high. However, their student body, the international student body, is growing, as I saw lately, that they have increased the number of study programs that are taught in English. That means that they are trying to attract as many international students as possible. Which is one of you, go ahead and apply to the University of Messina. They've got a bunch of bachelor's degrees in English. I think they've also got engineering now in English, actually, civil engineering, which is brilliant, IT, computer science, I think law, international law. Very interesting courses. Go and find them out. And of course, a wide range for master's programs. They do require IELTS or TOEFL. Okay, so think about that, and the option is doing a SAT if you are going to study either bachelor's or master's. Bachelor's is SAT and then master's is IELTS, or you can also do IELTS for bachelor's if you want, and it will be accepted. At number 4 with the same amount is the University of L'Aquila. It is located in, I would say, in central Italy. It also pays the same amount, 156 euros. Very interesting. I have a friend of mine that did their masters there as part of Erasmus, and he was doing a master's in maths. So I would believe, I don't have a lot of information on it, but I would believe that there is a mix of courses that you can do while there. Also, it has got a split kind of like arrangement of campuses. So a campus is in this small town and another campus is in another town, which I believe is interesting if you have got lectures in different towns. So that means you get to travel in different towns depending on the faculty and the course that you're going to be doing. Okay. Next on the list is the University of Macerata. It is also found down south in Italy. I think the universities in the southern part of Italy are way cheaper than the universities up north, so it is something for you to think about. Go ahead and take advantage of this. We have a candidate that got a scholarship there, full scholarship in this university. It was quite easy. I think this was her first application. got the admission letter and the scholarship. It was quite easy, so go ahead and check it out. Competition not very stiff, however the quality, the cost of living is also very low, so I think for a student that would be brilliant. At number 2 is the University of Palermo. Now the University of Palermo is very interesting as it is in Sicily as well. Cost of living very low, quality of life extremely beautiful. They have the seaside, quality of air is great. Quality of health, I'm not very sure as they've not got many hospitals. I think they've only got 3 hospitals in the whole small town. So it is something for you to consider or think about if this is something that you want or that actually matters to you. So their tuition fees is actually very interesting. They've divided it into 3 incomes. So the very poor people pay 156, people that from like Uganda, Zambia, Djibouti, Mali. The list is long. You can go to their website and check it out. The next category, which is list B, people that are below the world average, like Egypt, Albania, Tunisia and all of that, and then all the other countries pay 356 euros. I think that's very interesting. So you guys think about it and go and check it out. The poor countries include almost all African countries, so most of you will pay 156. And at number 1 is the University of Campania in Naples. Napoli, I think, is one of my favorite Italian cities. It is down south. The weather is brilliant. It's always warm in Naples. People are nice. The food is very nice. Quality of